Okay, but you are speaking for the CC, and that is the party of Senator Tshabangu. That's correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What is your role, and who is the correct person in CC right now? Who is the leader of CC, given the court cases that have taken place?
No, you would remember that there's only one major court case that is remaining in the CC, which is the summons case, which sought to settle that issue as to who had the authority to recall members of parliament.
Yes.
That is the matter that is before court. But the latest judgment that we had in court a few days ago basically indicated that Senator Tshabangu was the leader of the opposition in parliament, and that in terms of the constitution of the party, there are only two organs of the party that are still valid, which is the party parliamentary caucus and the local government caucus. So the authority of the party as we speak now resides in those two structures. Okay,
so there was a case which was where Senator Tshabangu has dismissed all the leaders. That was dismissed. Did he appeal that?
No, which case is that?
Where Nqobiitha was removed as the leader and everyone from Gweru Congress was removed. And then they went and appealed, and they won the appeal. Are you saying that there was another court case where Senator Tshabangu was confirmed as the leader?
No, I think you're confusing the matters. There
Yes.
are about 3 or 4 matters.
Okay.
The latest one, the one that was in court,
Yeah.
I think last week or 2 weeks ago, in the Supreme Court of Appeal.
Yes.
That matter related to changes that had been made to Parliament by Senator Tshabangu.
Okay.
The High Court had set aside those changes to the leadership that had been made in Parliament by Senator Tshabangu.
Correct.
Professor Nqobiitha and the Speaker of Parliament appealed that matter to the Supreme Court.
Okay.
That was the matter that was last in court, and the Supreme Court indicated that there was no proper order from the High Court, and then remitted the matter back to the High Court. But if a matter is remitted without final determination by the Supreme Court, it means that the decisions that were made by Senator Tshabangu remain valid until they are set aside. So the changes that were made by Senator Tshabangu to the Parliament remain. That's the matter that was in court.
Okay, that's correct.
The other issue is that there was a legal opinion that was received by the party, and that legal opinion indicated that the terms of office of members of the leadership of the party that are contemplated in Article 6 of the party constitution expired because a congress had not been done. And it indicated that only 2 organs of the party had remained, which is the party parliamentary caucus and the local government caucus. Those are the 2 valid organs of the party. That explains why there will be a parliamentary caucus tomorrow to indicate how the party is going to be led going forward.
Okay. Are you able to talk about document X? Is it true that Senator Tshabangu is looking at going into a GNU with the current sitting president, Mnangagwa?
No, a GNU is not a product of an individual. A GNU is a product, if at all it were to happen, of a conversation that should happen between and among Zimbabweans. So it is important that we should not personalize issues, that the future of Zimbabwe belongs to all Zimbabweans, and it is for Zimbabweans to sit and discuss what it is that they regard as important to move the country forward.
Okay, but Senator Tshabangu is quoted in the newspaper today, Newsday, saying that elections are a waste of time, so elections need to be moved to 2030, and that process will take place in Parliament. And so explain a little bit there.
I haven't seen the report.
Okay, it's in the Newsday newspaper of today. So he is saying that the process will take place in Parliament and there's no need for a referendum.
What process?
The process of extending the term of President Mnangagwa to 2030. He says that doesn't need a referendum at all. It can go through Parliament, through a dialogue.
I think what Senator Tshabangu is referring to is that there should be discussions between Zimbabweans about how to move our country forward. We've been stuck in election mood since at least the formation of the MDC. And all elections that we have had have produced and continue to produce toxic political environments.
Okay.
And if we are going to say we want to go into another election, then that we must, as much as possible, create conditions that ensure that when we go into that election, we don't have a toxic environment, or create an environment that doesn't resolve the problems that we have.
Okay, is that the reason for the caucus? To set up the parameters for that dialogue?
No, the reason for the caucus is to bring the party together and to create a platform through which members of the party, through the party parliamentary caucus, can have discussions and can pave the way forward for us to discuss the very important issues that the country has to face.
Is it true that if anyone doesn't attend, they'll be recalled?
Well, attendance to party meetings is part of discipline. It is important that members of the party behave in a manner that is disciplined and behave in terms of the calls that would have been made by the party leadership. Attending to a party meeting is part of their responsibilities as members of parliament. So we expect everyone to be in attendance.
Okay. The faction led by Timber, they say that they're going to recall anyone who is with your faction. What do you have to say about that?
We don't recognize this thing, so-called factions. As far as we are concerned, members of CCC who are in parliament belong to one political party. And that political party has its leader of opposition being Senator Tshabangu. So we don't recognize discussions about factions and this. We think that it is important that everyone works together in a manner that is sustainable.
Okay, but he says he's going to write to parliament to recall everybody. That is what Timber has said.
Yeah, well, good luck to him.
Okay. And where does that place Nqobe?
Well, I wouldn't be able to speak on behalf of Professor Nqobiitha, but what I'm simply saying is that as far as we are concerned, people who are in parliament belong to one political organization and should all fall within the discipline of one political organization. We think that it is important that we stop throwing spears at each other, but rather sit at the table and discuss issues so that we are all on the same page on the matters that concern government.
Okay, thank you very much. Is there anything else that you would like to say?
Thanks.